Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Dawn Huffy, and I'm a network marketer with the company called LifeWave. And this is the company with the amazing phototherapy patches. LifeWave is a 20-year-old company, so we're very well established. We're celebrating that milestone of 20 years this year. And what is so phenomenal is that this company just keeps growing and growing. And one of the main reasons that we keep growing is because of our CEO and the inventor of these patches, and his name is David Schmidt. He is amazing how he created these patches to help us with our health. And he had the intention to help humanity with these patches. And we so need help because we are bombarded every day with toxins in our environment, in the air, in the water, the soil, the food. It is a challenge to keep our health at a level where we really feel vibrant and healthy. And so these phototherapy patches have helped so many people. And I love it because I get to see a lot of miracles. I really admire his intention of helping humanity, and aligns right up with me because I love helping people. So this company is a really good fit for me. Now, LifeWave has 10 different patches for people, and they have one patch for horses. And I want to really focus on the X39 patch. This patch came out in 2019, and this is what it looks like. It looks like a little round band-aid. Now, since this patch has come out, LifeWave has grown just exponentially because what this patch does is very broad for our health. It covers so many different areas, and I'll go into that in more detail in just a couple minutes. But it's so simple to use. First of all, it just has the adhesive on the back, and it goes on like a band-aid. So you bend it and peel this half and peel that half, and then you put it on your body anywhere, and it goes to work for you. This is 80% of our sales. X39 is 80% of our sales. So that is a good indicator that this patch really does what it says it does. A lot of people want to know the specifics about it, and of course they would, because they want to know how it works and how does it do what it claims it does. So first of all, this is a non-transdermal patch. That means that no ingredients go into the body. We do not need FDA approval because this is not a drug. It's nothing like that. We actually are considered a wellness product by the FDA. So how it works is it works with our own body light, our own body heat. That's why it's called a phototherapy patch, because photo is the light part. And so when we put it on our body light gets reflected off the center part of this patch, and it goes back into the body with a specific wavelength that makes changes in the body. Now, this is called photobiomodulation. It's a great big long word, but if we break it down, it will make easier sense. So photo means light, bio means the body, and modulation means a change. Now, there are some good examples that we can use about photobiomodulation with the sun. The sun is a light source. It hits our skin, and it makes changes. And two of the most well-known changes is that we make vitamin D and we make melanin. So this is photobiomodulation. So this is the same premise of how our patches work. Another question I get quite a bit, and I was very curious about this as well, as to what is this center structure made out of? It's called a crystalline lattice structure, and it's made out of molecular amino acids, sugars, salts, and water. and it's a reflective device. And each patch, each 10 different patches have their own specific configuration of that structure. And so it will reflect a specific wavelength to do different actions in the body. So I think that's everything I wanted to say about this X39 patch. Now, I want to show you the packaging, which is absolutely beautiful. This is the big blue envelope that your patches will come in. And then inside of that blue envelope is your smaller envelope with your patches. And it's 30 patches, so this is a month's supply. You will also get an instruction booklet. And on the back page, you will see 2 different pictures. And these are the recommended spots to place the X39 patch. The top photo is showing the back of the neck. So if you bend your head forward, there's a vertebrae that pops out, and that is your cervical vertebrae number 7. So that's the spot that you could put it on, or you could put it underneath your belly button, just 2 fingers below your belly button. Now, these are the recommended spots because when the clinical studies were done on X39, these are the 2 spots that were used. At the same time, you can put this patch anywhere in your body. Now, if you have a sore shoulder or a sore knee, I would put the patch on the place of concern, because so many people have told me, you know, when I put it right on that spot, it really gives me fast results. The last thing that you'll receive in your mailing is this instruction booklet, and in here you will find some of the results that you can look for. Now, the first one is rapid pain relief. This is what I experienced on day 1, and I've been patching for well over a year. I started in March of 2023. I had horrible back pain from a car accident I had in 2016. It was so excruciating. It was awful. I didn't know why I couldn't recover from that. But as I learned about this company and the patching, I found out that these regenerative cells that we have in our body age as we age. And by the time of 60, 90% of those regenerative cells are not functioning. They're just not working. They're dormant, they're lazy, they're stagnant. And so that made so much sense to me because I was 60 years old when I had that car accident, maybe 61, anyway, around 60. And so it made sense to me why my body wasn't able to recover. But on day 1, my pain level came down to a 3. I was at an 8, with 10 being the worst pain that day. And in about 4 hours, my pain level came down. Now, over time, my back has been able to repair and rejuvenate, and I'm able to garden. I'm able to spend hours in the garden. And literally the year before I started patching, I had to hire people to do my gardening for me, and I love gardening, so that was really hard for me. So I'm just so grateful for that rapid pain relief and the recovery that I received about that. Okay. Now, the second thing that you can look for is reduced inflammation. Most of us know that when we have some sort of disease process going on, our inflammation levels are high. So bringing down our inflammation is crucial. The next thing that is amazing that happens is that we get support in our wound healing. And why would that be? It is because our glutathione levels raise about 30%. And so this really boosts up our immune system. And so that is really good news. We get enhanced energy and vitality, more mental clarity. One thing that isn't in this little booklet, but I've had so much feedback on this, is better moods, more joy. I've had so many women tell me, and most of the people that are in my team are women, and they tell me how their moods have increased so much, and they're just so happy about that. Another thing you can look for is enhanced sports performance, faster recovery from exercise, and improved skin appearance because X39 raises our collagen levels. So we'll all love that. Okay, now once you put the patch on, I just want to talk a little bit about how we wear it. We wear this patch for 12 hours. So I usually put mine on about 9 o'clock in the morning and then take it off around 9 o'clock at night. And then the next day, just get up and put on a new patch and just go through that routine day after day. So that's how we wear the patch. We want to take the 12 hours off so we give our body a chance to rest. So that's really, really important. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. Now, I have invited Jennifer on tonight. And so, Jennifer, hello and welcome.
Hello.
Hi. So, Jennifer, how long have you been patching and what are you noticing?
I have been patching. It will be a year in July. So it's very close to a year. And I have noticed many, many benefits. I love the patches, X39 being my favorite. Man, where do I start? I think just a little bit of background from myself is that I started out in a journey in my 20s, and I had a doctor tell me that my wrist would never be the same. I had injured it with not carpal tunnel, but major tendonitis, and he had said, you know what, you're never going to get better. And at that point, it put me on a journey of trying to figure out, how can I help myself? And at that time, I was at UW-Madison, and I found a summer class on how your body can heal itself. And so then I became very interested in alternative medicine. I always have an appreciation for Western medicine, and there's definitely a place for it. But I do feel like there's so much out there that can help us if we just keep our eyes open. And LifeWave fell into my lap with Don Huffy. Oh, I love LifeWave, and I definitely I promote it and talk about it to friends and family. So when I went on it in July, the first thing I noticed was that I had increased energy, like right away. I was like, oh my gosh, this is fantastic. I have all this energy, and I could do double workouts. I was like, this is crazy, because less than 2 years before that, I had a big issue with my thyroid, and I had very, very, I guess, a lot of problems with energy because I'd had like a hypothyroidism problem. And even after the medication that I get from Western medicine, I still wasn't totally like my old self. So when I started these patches, the X39, I noticed a lot more energy, and I could work out much longer, or I could even do 2 workouts in a day. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so great. So that was fantastic, because I love to move. And I also noticed that I was able to think better. Like I was able to I don't know, like when I'm like creating like different proposals or writing emails or trying to explain something, I just felt like my mind worked better.
Yes.
So it's so great.
Yeah, that mental,
you know what I mean?
clarity. Yeah, that mental clarity is so fascinatingly good. I know I went to a meeting probably 2 months ago, and there were like 27 people there. And I got out of there and I thought, oh yeah, I know that guy's name. I was like, what? You can remember a lot of those people's names. So, it really started to click into me. Wow, okay, you're remembering stuff with greater clarity then, you haven't like a long time. So I
Right?
understand what you're saying.
Yes, absolutely. So yes, the energy level was fantastic. Or is fantastic. Cognition is better. I had a what's called prurial dermatitis. It just came out of nowhere. And this was pretty much right around the same time I was a little bit before I started the patching, but I mean, just like these, like almost like water blisters around my eye, just nasty. And then they'd pop, and then it'd just be all like, people thought I got hit in the face.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm in healthy relationships. Didn't hurt myself. And so I ended up with that, using a medication prescription that didn't work. Then I found something over the counter that was, it had herbs and things like that, and that actually was working. But as soon as I stopped using that, boom, it would pop up. So I noticed after about 2 months on the patch, I forgot to put my cream on, and I didn't have a breakout. I didn't look right in the face.
That's so great because, okay, you already had the experience of when you stopped using the cream, the rash came back. And
Yes.
then patching and forgetting the cream, and it didn't come back at all. This reminds me of your immune system just getting stronger and overtaking whatever that was and like extinguishing it or something.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It just, I was like, this is great. What else happened? So then, I think in general, like I've used it for, gosh, all sorts, like boosting my immune, like with the glutathione. I've boosted my immune system with that. I'll get once in a while like shoulder pain or knee pain. I'll put my X39 on that, and it helps it right away. I've noticed quite a few things now. My boyfriend, he uses it, and he didn't want to spend the $100 a month. And I said, I just really want you to use this. I mean, at least use the patch one day, take it off, and then reuse the other patch. No, I know that's not recommended, but I'm like, I just want him to do what he can afford, just anything. Well, lo and behold, that is what he's been doing for the past 6 months. And his, it's almost like he had like a psoriasis on his back. It was so bad. He looked like a big bear, like trying to like itch his like back on the wall. And I would put cream on it, and it would just still hang out. He had prescription medications. It still was there. It's gone now.
Wow. Okay. That's great news.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really, really rough spots that were itchy, and it's gone. It's gone.
Oh, and how's he feeling about that?
Oh, he thinks it's great. And then, and this is not like, this is not something that LifeWave talks about, but I'm just going to talk about it, my personal experience. So I put on a LifeWave patch, and then I save my old patch. And every day I take that patch, I put a Band-Aid on it, and I put it on the back side or on the neck or the base of my dog's neck, so that she gets a patch every day. Okay, can you say unbelievable experience? Absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm so happy. So she's 10. I put the used patch on every day, and she went from almost graying out all white, a lab mix, and now she got a whole bunch more, like the black came back in her fur. I noticed that I just noticed a change. She was getting older, and she wasn't following me around the house. She was sleeping more. Now she's doing the checking on me, following me around the house. I would try to wipe her paws. She'd yipe because she had so much arthritis.
Oh,
No more arthritis.
wow.
She's playing with her toys again. And the latest thing, she was starting to go to the bathroom, just lose control of her bladder. And like I said, she's been on these patches, but then my dog actually follows my daughter. Her dad and I are divorced. So the dog goes where my daughter goes. And so they would forget to put the patches on over at the other house. And then all of a sudden she started having this bladder issue, and she'd come back to my house and she'd have the patch on every time. She had no problems. So now I just tell my daughter, we got to make sure we get the patch on every single day, and she's fine.
That is so amazing. I mean, I have a dog too, and I love my dog so much. And you sent me pictures of your dog, and I had heard of people putting their leftover patch on their dogs, and I had done it for a little while, and then I kind of just didn't do it. And then when I saw your pictures, I thought, oh my, I'm going to start doing this. So I did. And my dog, she used to be black, and she got real brindly, like the gray, except for a stripe of black down her spine. But now she's getting the black all over again, which.
Oh, good.
And she's 15. Yeah, I think
Oh my.
she's 15. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you really encouraged me to get that patch on my dog. Now I want to talk about the life of the patch. Okay. We're to wear it for 12 hours. There are more hours than 12 in the patch. I've heard different, there could be 18, there could be 20. I'm not exactly sure how many hours extra there are. Of course, it wouldn't just shut off at 12. They gotta, make sure that it's charged or whatever you want to call it well beyond the 12 hours. And so those of us who really want to help our animals, we're putting the patch on our pets and getting fantastic results. Wow, that's so great.
And I will say that I actually had someone sign up under me because I happened to be visiting her, and her dog got into something the night before, went to the vet, was just very uncomfortable, panting, walking around, couldn't get comfortable. And like there obviously was something wrong, and the vet really couldn't do a whole lot. And I'm like, you know what? Hey, I've got an X39 patch in my purse, and I put it, right on the base of her neck. And within 20 minutes, she laid down and was comfortable. It was like a miracle because she was doing that for like 12 hours straight. And then all of a sudden she just was finally able to relax and lay down.
I love that evidence when it shows up, that it's just clear that this patch is making a huge difference.
Yeah. And it's been a godsend for my daughters in figure skating. And, it can be kind of a rough sport. She gets bruises, everywhere. They're doing spins and they fall on their butt and things like that. And I'm patching her, when she's doing figure skating, because she's Mom, my ankle hurts, my wrist hurts. So yeah.
What a blessing that you can help her with all that. And then she will let you.
She does. She's always like, Mom, I need a patch. I'm like, okay.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that is so. How old is she?
She's 11.
Okay, yeah. It's a good age. Yes. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, that's lots of good news, lots of good testimonials there. Do you find people asking certain questions of you, or common questions?
I think one of the first questions people ask is, when am I going to notice a difference? And the key thing is you have to be patient. I think what they recommend is, every month equates to a decade of your life. So I'm 52. So then I would have to take 5 months, plus they usually do an extra month because I'm over 50. So 6 months to make sure that you give it enough time for deeper healing. that's what I would recommend. And, you know, you have to have an open mind. If you're going to be negative about it from the get-go, well, you can be negative about anything, and good things aren't going to come to you. So have an open mind. It does work. I'm absolutely sold on this technology. I think it's fantastic. I think it's a godsend, but just give it time to work.
Yes, and that recommendation is just don't give up before that 6 months. Or for me, it would be 7 months, although I've gone way beyond that. But it's to hang in there. Now, that brings up a thought about the patches. Now, people might think in their mind, oh, you know, I have a bad knee. This is my highest priority. I want this knee fixed. And so you start patching and your knee doesn't get corrected right away. What I want people to understand that are watching this video, that your body has its innate wisdom. It knows what to correct first. You may think it's your knee, but your body may be going to work on your heart, or maybe it's going to work on your liver or your colon. I don't know what your priority is, but your body knows. So that's what Jennifer's talking about with this patience thing. We need to really tap into our patience, because it will get to the knee in its right timing.
Mhm.
So definitely stay the course and hang in there, because your miracle will come. It definitely will.
Exactly. There may be something more important in your body that needs attention and healing than what you think.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, if you're about ready to have a stroke, but you got a bad knee, your body's going to go to work on your circulatory system first.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love the LifeWave patches. I've used a whole bunch of different ones. The energy enhancement is amazing. If you need a little boost of energy, oh, it's crazy good. It's really, really good. And the glutathione I use a lot, the carnosine, I use sleep, I get such deep sleep. I put it right in my third eye. Oh my goodness. There's just so many things that these patches that can be helpful for. Just tons of things that could help with.
Yes, definitely. I've been putting a patch right here because I usually put a patch on at night. It just depends on what my intuition is leaning me towards that day. But I must really frown in my sleep, because in the morning I have these deep lines. But when I put the patch there, I wake up, take the patch off. There are no furrows there, because it won't let myself furrow. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's doing double duty there. So I love that. But
Awesome.
yeah, we just get results all over the place. So just paying attention. Like some people, I think this happens with a lot of people. They will have an ailment and it will go away, and they'll kind of forget that they ever had the ailment, and they'll forget that that's part of their testimony. So what I recommend with people to do is to write down every little thing you can think of that's wrong with your body. And then as you go along, check them off as they leave.
Yes, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jennifer. Well, thank you so much for being here. And this was super fun. I just love seeing you and hearing all of your good news. And yes.
Very good. Well, everyone, blessings, lots of love, and LifeWave, and it is purely a godsend.
Okay, great. Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.